Our, where we were at the last point was the vegetation against the building, which are, go
After
ahead.
speaking with my client and conferring, we just would like to make it known that as is our obligation, we are going to maintain that area, remove everything that has been planted and overplanted. And as it is their property and not hers, we're not going to allow her to plant anything else there.
Well, my question is this, the stuff that's I'm looking at this picture. Are you talking about the stuff that's behind the boxes, or do those boxes go all the way back to the wall?
They do not go all the way back to the wall. There is like a good maybe an inch or 2 inches of space in between the wall and the box. So it's like a 4x4 box or so. I don't exactly know how to explain it, but
Well, it looks like it's about 2 in the front. But is it like it's like a rectangle?
it's like a square.
But the 2x2 square, what I can't get is the depth of the boxes going back.
Right, because of all the vegetation there. And so,
Well, not entirely because of the vegetation. It's because if you're telling me that they're square, then I could, just by looking, say, at that first box on the right, I can estimate how far back that goes. But what I don't know is how close is that to the wall? And it's really the angle of the photo
yes, Your Honor.
that I can't.
Let's see if the other photo that I have shows it better. Yeah. May I?
Yeah,
I have an older photo, Your Honor.
okay. That may help me.
Yeah.
Because the other, I'm looking at the tall plant in the back. Okay, gotcha.
So
Okay.
our only statement, I guess, would be, and my client is deeply sorry for her attitude towards the court. However, this has been an ongoing problem and she kind of let her emotions get the best of her. But there's like this little fencing that she put up and the planting is, she kind of continues to do it. So they're
The
gonna,
little fencing.
the first picture, it's kind of white. It's like down here, you see it?
Oh, I did.
They're
Okay.
gonna have to remove that.
Like the stake fence
Yes.
in the,
They're gonna have to remove that. And as it's her property, it's just, she's just.
so the idea behind these is that whatever's planted should be in the box.
Yes, absolutely.
Got it.
So I think all my client is just trying to convey is that they are going to have to rip out and maintain the rest of that from incidences and occurrences they've had with Miss Melvin in the past. Those have not been pleasant. And so.
Got it. So I get the white fencing. I get that.
Okay.
My question though is, when I look at these two photos,
Yes.
thank you for the older one.
Yes.
The tall item going up the back, if I'm recognizing the leaves on it,
Yes.
doesn't look like that. Really, I don't feel safe, man. What is that? That almost looks like a sumac, which,
Tree?
yeah, coming up the back.
Could be, Your Honor.
And the only reason I mention that is because that's not something that she would have planted. What I don't know is if she does nothing behind there, but something naturally comes up, what happens then?
Right. So all the other boxes they typically maintain because she's had private the property. during these proceedings, had left it alone because she put the little fence up there and she continues to plant things because they wanted to avoid a situation in which they were ripping out her property. And since plants are considered a person's property, they wanted to make sure the court was aware that as that is not permitted for her to plant on the private property of my clients, they are going to have to go through and rip that stuff out, even though she has claimed it with that small fence. That's all the point that I was trying to make, Your Honor.
Okay, so what I,
Do you follow me? Does that make sense to you?
yeah, it does, and I just. So, well, I just want to check something. Miss Melvin,
Yes,
you didn't, the boxes that are down on the,
yeah, I had Growing Home put them in. And
Pardon?
At Growing Home put them in, and I got the permission from Ed Tucker. He was our residence principal, resident when I moved in. So this box has been there at least nicely since.
no, I'm not having a problem with the box.
Neither are we here.
Behind them, so there's stuff to the side of the box. You didn't plant anything, did
No,
you?
because elderberry bush grows up, morning glory grow up.
Right, but so,
That was up before I moved, and before, they cut all the bushes and flowers around the whole building and replaced it with mulch.
got it.
Which brings the rats.
Right, but here's what I'm gonna ask you.
Okay,
Did you plant anything behind the box?
no.
No. And I'll be honest with you, counsel, I mean, I may be wrong, but as I'm looking at
Oh.
the leaves of what I can see.
Your Honor, I'm not going to debate that. I'm only saying that there's the little
I think that's a part that the landlord,
is definitely going to take care of. I'm only
Yeah.
saying the part in which there's that little fence there makes it appear like she's trying to continue planting. That was not put there by nature. That was put there by a person.
right,
Yeah.
but did she plant anything behind there? You see,
Not behind
you see
her.
the little white fence, Miss Melvin?
It's,
White,
I'll point it out.
Yeah, because you may not pick it up.
It's this right here.
oh, that protects the plants on the Michigan cactus growing.
Oh,
And that's why that little white fence is there, so when they come and cut the grass, they don't cut the flowers right there.
We have to remove that.
okay, so whose Michigan cactuses?
Yes, Michigan cactus,
Right, I know, but whose is it?
it's mine.
Okay, did you put it there to?
Yes, I put.
Okay, so Ms. Melvin, so here's the deal. I understand what you were doing with the cactus. The cactus has to go in the box,
Okay,
okay?
yeah,
All right, it can't be out to the side. So that area that you put the fence up to protect, they're gonna have to clean that out,
all right, no problem.
okay?
Uh,
They're also gonna go behind those boxes. You see what's kind of growing
yeah,
up there in
that's
the back?
elderberry bush. I cut it
Pardon?
this week. I cut it this week because I harvested the elderberries.
Is that your elderberry?
Yeah.
Well, that's not yours, is it?
No, I didn't. plant
It was just, it came
It came out
naturally.
there like the morning
Yeah.
glory comes out and the fennel comes out.
Yeah, I may have that wrong, but that certainly looks like a native plant to me
And we're not,
behind it.
yeah, we're not debating that at all. We're just stating that we have to remove all of that. And that was the issue in which my client was trying to present, that those plants need to be removed as they're posing a damage to the building. And we didn't want to strike.
Yeah, but that's not, but
Okay, but Your Honor. because-
that's not her damage.
No,
If you don't,
Why don't
if
you-
you don't take out, if you don't take out those natural, if you don't take out those natural, things growing next to building,
Absolutely. But what I'm.
so they can take them out.
When
It's
they
not
do
her.
it, they have to do the stuff that she planted as well, because that's not her property to plant on. And they didn't want to create,
What did she plant out there?
she just said she planted the cactus.
Right, she's,
Okay.
and she also just said, I just told her she needed it moved.
Right.
So, council, here's my problem
So I'm
with
not
this.
saying-
No, here's my problem. My problem is, Miss Malvin is a very definite person. She has her beliefs and she has that. But she needs to be treated like a human being when asked to do something. And I just don't get that that's what's happening with her. Because I sit up here with this robe, but when I tell her everything that she wanted to have happen and everything that she was giving me her defense to, that this is what she needs to do, she's fine with that.
But you're not.
And I'll just say this also. What was very clear regarding the things behind there and what your client said was that she was doing things to cause damage to that building. She's not doing that.
And I spoke with my client and we talked about it, that they have the right to remove that. Her concern.
I am not disputing that, counsel. I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is, because that's behind there, she's not trying to cause any damage to the building. She didn't plant that there. It's a native plant that's coming up. I get why your client may not have wanted to go behind there with the case pending, but that's not her fault.
No.
I mean, it just.
Your Honor, we agree with that. It's not her fault. We did speak about that. And I do agree that any plant that is naturally occurring, they do have to maintain, and they do maintain the grounds. However, the little fence there, as well as the cactus in which she planted, gave them pause. All I was trying to do was put on the record that they do have to go in and clean that up to prevent any further damage. To the building.
Miss Melvin, they're gonna move the fence.
Yeah,
You're gonna move the
I
cactus.
heard you. Right.
Right, I know you did.
I have one question.
And
About 2 years ago, one of the managers went crazy and remodeled my apartment and also attacked my garden. I had patio bricks between the boxes that would keep the sand from running down. I would like to have a reimbursement for those patio bricks, because they've been doing stuff and
I don't know what the patio bricks are.
I know they're 4x4s, you put them,
Well, I know, I know what a patio brick
Yeah,
is.
but they take stuff out, like remodel my whole apartment. Now, my bookcase is on that side, where all the electric outlets
All
are,
right,
and then the couch is in the middle. So when I have to plug something in, I gotta crawl over the couch. They ain't got no right to come into my apartment and move it.
okay, but
Yeah.
Miss Melvin,
Yeah.
Miss Melvin.
It's
Have a seat,
Right.
have a seat, Miss Melvin, have
Okay.
a seat. Okay,
and
you talked about two different things. Okay, and the patio, so here's how I understand. The patio blocks, if they're outside,
No, they removed them,
right, but if they were,
yeah.
they could remove them.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't move them because when it rains, all the dirt flows down in front of the boxes. This will keep the dirt back.
That's what you're trying to do. Okay, gotcha. Okay,
Oh, one question. Which company started this lawsuit? Is it Rose Management? Is this Winfield or Town Center Place?
the plaintiff in this case is Town Center Place.
Town Center Place.
Yes,
So which company owns Town Center Place?
I don't know, ma'am.
Yeah, see, that's it, because, if it's Town Center Place, these are the rules and my rights, not this, what is it? This house, these house rules. These house rules are not made by HUD, they're made just by Rose Management.
Okay.
So-
Ms. Melvin, I'll get back to that in just a second, okay? What were you gonna say, Cal?
I was going to say, Your Honor, before commencing this lawsuit, I had a sit down with Ms. Melvin to discuss the plants on her porch. I had a sit down with her. She had counsel present. I did explain that she is welcome to keep 5 plants. We talked about the policy, why it was important for the policy, et cetera.
When did you talk to me?
We had that meeting back in May, Your Honor.
Okay,
We had that meeting?
Oh,
and I
it was
don't
in
remember?
June. It was shortly before my birthday, Your Honor. It was back in June. Okay? And we had that meeting. We spoke with her. We sat down. We have sent several letters. And this entire time, we have kept an open communication with Ms. Melvin and attempted to talk with her in a respectful and
counsel, I am not saying that you did do that. I have some serious concerns about how these folks are being treated. I don't like it, and since you brought it up, I don't like it when at the last hearing, I have 2 town center cases.
Yeah.
And there are these 2 elderly women complaining about not having
Yeah,
a
but
television clicker.
like I said, there's always.
Oh, okay, Miss Melvin, hold up. Miss Melvin, I got it. Okay, hold on. And
No,
then the basis for why that's occurring, I maybe can understand, but to hear them say things where just certain basic dignity. I mean, how would you like it to live someplace and the television, because of what's going on, because I'm not inventive enough to think of another solution, that whenever I leave it on Friday, whatever channel I put it on is what you guys have to watch the whole weekend until we get back on Monday? And I don't care about the justification, even if that's overnight. You know,
you're talking about.
I think that she doesn't fight back as to you because you are respectful. I think she fights back against management because as I watch those 2, and I don't want to call them elderly, but those mature women, just complaining about what's happening to them. And maybe some of it's legitimate, but it concerned me that they don't have a social work. They don't have, there's a problem here that this communication isn't happening in a respectful way to just explain to Miss Melvin, you can't have these. And to kind of work with her. The whole conversation that I had today about what plant she had, this and that, I don't get it. And it's problematic, and quite frankly, I don't know that senior citizens should be treated that way. I get they're providing housing, I get all of that, but there's a whole lot that comes with that clientele, that population.
And I think that kind of comes to the placement and essentially where they're at and the services in which our company is of honestly equipped to offer. They're not in assisted living, they're in independent apartments. And so
I know, counsel,
I know.
I get it, but what I'm saying is the population has certain needs. You can defend your client all you want, but I'm going to tell you what, God willing, when we all get there, if we get there, there's a certain dignity that people have to have and a certain dignity in how you treat people. And I haven't seen it.
Your Honor, respectfully, you probably have not seen it because the cases that come in front of you are the ones that need to come in front of you because you have to solve them.
Yeah.
But our building has hundreds of more units that do not come in front of you. Hundreds of people that have been there for a long
Counsel, you
time.
don't need to explain that to me,
Okay.
but if you're gonna try to lecture this court, you better stop and slow your roll.
My point was not to lecture the court. My point was just simply to show that Melvin has been given lots of respect, Your Honor, and this hearing and every other occurrence that I've had with her that I've heard from management.
May
as
I
well.
have the floor? Well, I had to replace four, well, there's another four.
Okay, but Miss Malvin, hold on, that's not before me right now, okay? Now, Mr. Allen, you were holding up some rules you say apply? No. No, hold on. When you said that remember when you just asked me about it being town center or who was bringing you here? Right? And you were holding up something different.
This is a letter why I don't have a lawyer right now, because when they call my phones, nobody answers. I had to go out and buy another phone. Either my internet been disconnected and my desktop's disconnected and everything runs through the office because the office controls all these electronic things. So that's why here's a letter from legal services saying that they can't reach me by phone. My doctor can't reach me by phone. My kids can't call me. I had to
All right.
go get
Okay,
another
but, well,
phone.
hold on. You guys don't have anything to do with the phone, do you?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. All right.
Because when you get into the lobby, you put in my apartment number and supposedly ring into my phone so I can press 6 and let the person in. But my phone doesn't. It's
So
a,
the intercom is hooked to some app.
no, it's, oh, that
It's-
word.
The intercom is hooked to the telephone line in which any telephone line, whether it's a cell phone or a landline, can hit 6 and allow the person to come in. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a cell phone line and
Got it.
that is,
So. You asked me this question, but. Why do you think they did something to your phone?
Pardon?
Why do you think they did something to your phone?
Because I can't call out. I can't call for 911. So I had to go get another phone this Thursday, so I can make sure the meeting is here and all that. They sent me a letter that the date was moved from the 16th of September to the 26th of
that was not.
May. So I went down to the library, and the librarian checked into the,
Okay, but Miss Melvin, Miss Melvin,
16 is still the legitimate, all that paperwork I got, and I took it down to City Hall, to the city council.
okay, but listen, right now, right? You have a phone that works and you can, so that your lawyer, your doctor, everybody can get through to you. And you can still open the door with hitting the 6 if you had to, right?
But the new caption phone that they advertise on TV is hooked into the internet, but when they disconnect my internet, the phone doesn't work. So there's 4 phones actually that I have. It
Okay,
don't
so
work.
who disconnected your internet?
Hmm?
Who disconnected your internet?
I am,
You did?
yeah, I got a desktop and I got an Apple, but it ain't working. And my phones aren't working, that's why I had to go get a new one Thursday.
Do you guys supply internet?
Hmm?
You do not? Okay, so,
I've been there since 2006.
no, I know, but
My name
Miss
is not even
Miss
in
Melvin,
the
who pays for your internet?
Hmm?
Who pays for your internet?
I do. I play Comcast.
Okay. Did Comcast come do something to your,
No, I went on the computer in the library and the librarian helped me and I stated my problem. And they didn't come back and didn't answer me back.
okay, so here's what I think you need to do. Because the landlord doesn't supply your internet, you supply your own. So your issue may be with Comcast,
Yeah, well,
okay, than that, but it's not something, what you're telling me is not something that I think they've done. It's gonna be a problem with your internet, okay?
one time they sent a young man over and he sits in the doorway and said, oh, the modem works. Yeah, well, that was it. And here's like the letter says,
You feel the same way about Comcast that I feel about DTE.
well, it's all the same thing. If I can get, I can get the phone that
I know.
have an attorney
Ms.
here
Mo,
today.
I get it. I get it, but I can't do anything regarding them.
It's okay, I'll be
Oh,
someone.
oh, what do you say?
I'll be someone.
Okay, all right. Find somebody at Comcast and maybe they can help you, okay?
Well, this
All right.
is a Department of Civil Rights complaint. And Department of Housing Urban Development. It's not that I'm not doing anything, I just gotta get help and nobody wants to help.
Okay, all right.
Pick on me.
So here's what we're gonna do, all right? You said you can have, okay. You need to get that Michigan cactus moved,
Yeah.
like as soon as possible. Get that into one of the boxes.
It's beautiful. One of my friends has them in a driveway.
Uh-huh.
First time he told me you're missing a cactus. I said, you don't have no cactus. Yeah, it's beautiful yellow blossom on there.
We actually have two kinds of cacti that are native to us, but that's being there. All right, so get that moved in to the box. They're gonna come along and they're going, okay, so Ms. Melvin, I want you to understand.
Cutting it off, you know.
Right, so, but they're gonna take the white fencing out, okay, they're gonna move that. Did you want it or you want them to just get rid of it?
Okay, now the other question.
No,
Oh,
the white fencing, do you want them to,
I take care of it.
you wanna take it out? Okay, then that needs to go right away so they can get behind those boxes and clean it out.
Well, there's a green fence in front of it, so, but I take care of it.
Okay, so let me do it this way.
Can't see the green fence on.
No, it's okay.
No.
So whatever fencing you or barrier you put down there, because of the mowing or whatever, that's gotta come out. Okay,
Yeah,
so that they can get behind there and then behind those boxes.
Your Honor, could
it's
you
an
give it,
elderberry bush that comes back every year.
Yeah, I know.
could you give us a date in which we can expect her to have that removed and us to be able to go?
What?
When can you get the cactus and the two fences out of the way?
I don't,
Okay, you gotta move the Michigan cactus into the box, right?
no problem.
And then there is the white fencing and you said there's some green barrier.
Oh, I'll take the white fence out.
Okay, so hold on. When are you gonna do that? How soon can you do that?
Probably this week.
Okay, why don't I do this? I want that, I want the Michigan cactus moved. And the fencing out by Monday.
I might,
The 22nd.
should be okay.
Today's Tuesday, so that gives you about a week to do.
As long as don't rain and the floods will come, I will complete.
I think you can move fencing and the cactus in rain.
Well, they
Okay,
got stickers, and when they stick, it hurts.
you mean the cacti?
Yeah, the cat.
Yeah, they got, okay. So I want that, want the fencing out, that's gotta be moved by Monday, okay? Now, the hanging plants we dealt with,
Yes,
everything's gotta be out
December 15th, you said.
December 15th.
Okay,
Now, house, you say you can get yourself down to, you can move out those other,
Those bushes,
well, the pots
yeah.
off of the balcony.
Well, I'm not gonna move it off the balcony, I'm gonna put the smaller into the big one, and I'll.
And then move, okay, I got you. Whatever, they have to be off of the balcony. So,
Pardon me?
they have to be off of the balcony,
What,
the pods.
all of them?
So you were gonna take, let me just see if I had this right, because I didn't think that this is what you were doing. You were gonna take the smaller pots,
Yeah, because.
put them inside the bigger pots,
Yeah,
and then call that one pot.
yeah. No, because the big part, there's nothing growing right now, the sunflowers are gone. So I'm gonna take the pot with the tomato and take the dirt out and put it in there. So in the bigger pot. And the same thing with the other one, so I will do 3 pots.
Okay.
Is the landlord gonna come and pick up the mice?
Well, ma'am,
Well, I'm not happy getting into the apartment if.
okay, hold on a second. Okay, so I guess I was under the assumption. How are we defining small?
What's the question?
How are we defining small?
Your Honor, I think 5
Small. the
five
pots
visible
or-
pots
Oh,
in
hold
this
on.
case. I think 5 visible pots in this
Thank you.
case,
That,
would be preferable. I don't think that we're gonna split hairs over small or large. I think that
Okay,
just
got it.
considering we have 18, if we really could just get it down to 5, we're not gonna split hairs over the enormity of one pot versus the other.
18, what do you see, 18?
Well, it's okay. It's okay. Here's Miss Melvin, here's what we gotta do.
Also.
We just have to get that to 5. Okay, now the one I haven't dealt with is,
The antenna.
Antenna.
So we're okay with the antenna itself being in a pot as long as it is secure. We just don't want like in the sand securing it. We don't really have a policy on antennas necessarily. She's only allowed to have 1 antenna. That's kind of what the policy says, and it has to be secure and safe.
so, okay, so then the question becomes, does that count as one of the, no, okay.
No, we're not gonna count that because that's an antenna, right? So like, if that's what's securing it, that's what's securing it. We're fine with that. But plants growing out of pots, let's keep it to 5. Let's not split hairs over big or small.
Okay,
We're trying to compromise.
okay, so here's, here's what we've got. So that stuff has to be moved out, the cactus, we've got that by
Well,
Monday.
I'm gonna not so much moved out as reduce it. Let's put it that way.
Reduce what?
The pots. Let's put the.
Right, so how can you get all of that done by Monday?
By Sunday?
By Monday,
The 22nd.
the 22nd. Can we get everything done by the 22nd?
Well, between catching mice and raccoon and all that, I guess I should be able to do that. I'm only 83 years old, so I have extra engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, very much protection from management. Hey, can she put back our water fountain, which is a Michigan state law? They took the water fountain out. Can we get our classroom back open so the trash can go in a room and doesn't stay in the hallway when the people with wheelers and walkers can't park their wheelers and walk in the hallway, but she puts 3 garbage cans out there.
Okay, all right. So here's the thing, Ms. Miller.
Yeah, I know.
I
Sorry
want,
about that.
no, it's okay. I want these things dealt with. I need those pots reduced to 5,
Okay.
okay, on your balcony.
No problem.
Hanging plants can stay for right now,
Okay.
okay? And then I need you to move that fencing in the Michigan cactus.
Yeah.
And you're gonna do all of that by the 22nd, so that
Oh, very
by
nice.
Monday, huh?
We have a new court date.
I'm okay, yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna give you another date to come back, because I wanna make sure that's done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Also, I want permission for her not to come into my apartment or send people in from my apartment and take pictures. It's a violation of my Fourth and Fifth Amendment.
Okay, yeah, okay, so
Okay, say.
hold on a second. I'm assuming that some of that, whether it occurred or not, whatever is in regard to the other.
The health hazard, yes,
Got it.
absolutely, Your Honor.
Okay, then I'm not dealing with that right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's what I need to have happen by Monday,
Okay,
and then what's my next thing?
Your next date is September 20th.
Okay, and so then you're gonna be back on the 23rd to be able to tell me what's done. I realize you may not have cleaned it out by then, but as long as the stuff isn't there, then
The 23rd, we're coming.
the 23rd
At what time?
at 9. And hope it's not like today. Yes, ma'am.
Do you want me to take pictures of the balcony?
Yes, I'll need some follow your attorney's advice. I'm gonna need something to tell me what it looks like
To come back.
on the 23rd.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay,
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 and I'm assuming the plan is to deal with the health hazard as it comes up naturally in the course.
yeah, do you don't have a date on that yet?
We submitted it, I think, on Monday.
On Monday?
Uh-huh.
It
It could have been last Friday.
Case.
Let me look up it.
And then I can tell you what, if they processed it, if you submit it on Monday, let's say, I'll just make the assumption, if they processed it that same day.
Yeah.
You're gonna probably see I don't think the 26th one,
Answers, no.
they haven't processed it yet, so you're probably looking at the first part of October. So,
and can I have my
the
internet and
the
my
10th,
phone connection
likely the
restored?
10th. I'm
We
sorry?
have nothing to do with the internet or phone connection.
What are you telling me, ma'am?
Well, I forgot the phone and they connected to the lobby. Nobody can call me and I have no service, so I have to buy.
Okay, but Ms. Melvin, I thought we dealt with this. Listen, you got a new phone now, right?
Yeah.
And on that new phone, people can call you.
Hmm?
People can call you now with the new phone that you
Well,
have.
I have to give the phone number first. But
Okay,
I'm not gonna give it to the office.
okay, I'm not forcing you to give anybody your phone number. Listen, so that we can put this to bed, they don't have anything to do with your internet.
Oh, I hope they heard that.
So, yes, so you gotta call Comcast,
Okay,
okay?
been going through this for a couple of years, you know.
Yep, so we'll see you on the 23rd. Get all of those things done, and then we can kind of deal with this, all right? All right, thank you, folks.
Zoom?
Pardon?
Is that Zoom?
Is it Zoom? No, you need to come down.
No, I mean.
Is that what you're seeing up there?
Yeah.
That's Zoom.
Good, everybody in the neighborhood is watching it. Last time, when I walked in the building, he said, oh, I said, I'm like, huh, what do you mean? I didn't know, even when I walk around the streets and so, people say, oh, I see you on Zoom, thank you.
I get the same thing, Ms.
Even
Mel.
the downstairs apartment, they are so glad I am doing this.
Okay, All right, good job. All right, we'll see you. We'll
Yep,
see you.
we'll see.
Take care.
Thanks, Laura.
Course in recess.